Reboot the Guardian Code.
Yes, that's the new reboot.
So there's a reboot of reboot?
It's a reboot
They're
of
rebooting reboot.
What was reboot about again? Fucking
Okay,
explain
so
this.
reboot is they live, or it's about computer programs that are inside of your computer, right? So like it features a guardian called Bob, and he was based off of Microsoft's Bob.
Oh gosh.
And then there's Dot Matrix and Enzo, and like in season 2 at the end, Bob gets
Dot
sucked
Matrix.
up by the web, and then Enzo dies and loses his eye.
Oh my
And
god.
There you
he
go. Look at
gets
this,
sucked
look at
up
this.
on the by the web, and that's the only way he can survive. And then it time jumps, and his like little mermaid friend becomes Bodacious Babe. And you're just like, what? And like, glitch isn't working, and the way they're trying to get back to what the hell was their hub city called, Griphen?
What was it? Shit. What was it?
The net? No.
No. Is it called just PC?
I don't know. Anyways, so then they're trying to get back home, and the way they do that is by jumping from system to system in the web.
Oh my god, the animation is horrifying.
And
2001 CG animation.
It's the best. It's the best. Go.
Never
watch
mind.
Reboot.
First episode aired 1994.
Yo, ahead of the curve, my boy.
Dude, Reboot was the shit when I was a kid. Welcome to the Adventure Podcast. DL's here now, so I can say that.
Hey.
It was made by a Vancouver-based production company, Mainframe Entertainment. That was it.
That's where that's the home mainframe.
This was on Cartoon Network for a bit? And
Yes.
what?
It's got 4 seasons of episodes, and at the end of season 2, like, shit gets real and it becomes fucking dark for literally 2 seasons.
Oh, jeez.
And they're rebooting this show.
It's crazy.
Also,
I can't wait for the reboot of Reboot.
Also, fucking Max Steel, boys.
Oh boy,
This is like some early morning Cartoon Network shit.
I'm
bad.
I'm already loving the Adventure Podcast today. It's great. It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
As I said before, welcome to the Adventure Podcast. I'm Haunter.
I'm Griphen, whatever. I almost said my real name, whatever.
I mean,
Almost revealed myself to the internet, guys.
Didn't you
Haven't
reveal
you
yourself
said
to the
that
internet
before?
in the last on SoundCloud?
Yeah, on Season SoundCloud, I think he accidentally did it once.
Season SoundCloud.
Season SoundCloud.
Season SoundCloud, dude.
Oh god.
Back in the olden days of SoundCloud. Yeah, so we're here to talk about video games inside your ears.
Yeah, video games that could be inside of your PC, and then Enzo could be in them, and he could get stabbed in the face by a demon.
Okay.
Did Reboot get a video game? I need to find this out.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I saw one on the PS1.
Why?
I saw a PS1 video game. For
Reboot
Reboot.
PS1. There it is.
Oh my god.
What is this? Is this open world?
Oh what?
This is open world. What is this?
Oh my god. No.
No
Hunter,
way.
just put some footage of this in there.
This is so stupid. I love it.
Oh my god.
This looks
It
like
looks
it was
just
made
like
by
the
the people
show.
who made like the fucking Toy Story video game on PS1. Toy Story, like 2.
Let me look at this. I need to understand
Oh
what the. Oh
my
my
God.
gosh.
Okay. I think we should get on to video games that we've been playing and not remembering about Reboot. Oh god. Okay. DL, let's start off with you. What have you been playing?
Sure, you don't want to start off with Griphen because they're been playing the same thing?
Huh?
Me and you have been playing the same thing. I don't think Griffin's been playing the same thing
I'm
as
playing
us.
the same thing now.
Okay, well, I guess the discussion of hatred will happen first.
Oh, okay, well, maybe we should save the discussion of hatred for last. That way we can just go.
The discussion of hatred?
Griphen, go. Tell us, what
Okay.
have you been...
I've been having fun, I guess, and I guess we'll get the fun out of the way before we get into the debate. I've been playing God, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch, actually. A lot of Overwatch.
Neat.
I've actually been like participating this season and finding out just how bad I am. Because I've never gotten past I haven't gotten past 1400 SR. I'm so bad at this game. But
I feel, except I don't, because I've been past 1400.
hey, shut up. But outside of having my soul crushed from bad queuing, I've also been playing Nier Automata again. And you ever have one of those things where like you completely miss a mechanic of the video game and you don't find out till much later on?
You mean like not realizing that you can aim with the right stick?
Yes. Yes. Or you can't aim with the right stick for the whole game, or like you miss that part of the game for like the whole game, and then you find it out and you don't know whether to feel like you're dumb or you're a badass for like beating the game without using that mechanic.
What was the mechanic?
What's the mechanic? We'll tell you if you were right or not.
I didn't know that you could buy expansions for your chipset. Like, I played through the first time I played the game. I played through ending A and B with like the base 16 slots for your chips.
I'm gonna level.
Those expansions.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You mean like actually
and also
expanding.
I didn't know that you could fuse chips either. I didn't know you could do anything with chips except for like just equip ones that you found. So.
I'm gonna level with you here to make you feel less bad.
Okay.
Back when I had first got KH1, I beat the whole thing with Kingdom Key and like 0 accessories because I didn't know that you could change those.
Dude, who was that? Super Butter Buns. She did the same thing. Have you heard that? She didn't, like, when she first played Kingdom Hearts, she didn't know how to read. So she played through KH1 without knowing, like, how to click shit in the menu.
I forgot that story. Like, it taught her how to read. It helped teach her how to read.
Crazy.
I know, right? But, like, so yeah, this playthrough, I expanded my my chipset to like max, and I've actually been playing through it with all these crazy new chips, like Shockwave and like Overclock.
Oh yeah, I never used
like,
any of those chips.
I know, they make the game so much more fun. You can fucking
They make
time,
them very
dude.
interesting. Yeah, I mean that's true, but so what type? Like you noticed the black diamonds next to your chips, right?
Yeah.
You have a few of those. You know that those are the
base cost, the lowest cost that it can be.
No.
No.
The little diamonds next to the chip symbolizes that it is a very low like setting cost.
Yeah.
So you know how it takes
yeah.
it. Yeah, and if you fuse those like 2 of those together, you're gonna get another one with a black diamond. So the whole point is to like fuse those black diamonds together. And let me just tell you, that'll open up your game a whole bunch.
If you fuse like one black diamond with like if the black diamond is like a 4 cost and you fuse it with like a 5 cost, you'll still get like a 5 cost on the next one. It'll be a black diamond.
Yeah, you can get like pretty low to the thing, but it's just I fused a lot of black diamonds with black diamonds.
So like
that's just what I was doing.
I'm finding out how like this system, this like customization of like your stats is like one of the coolest like stat customization systems in any RPG, because you can make sets. You could like you have type A, B, and C sets. So I built it like a bunch of different sets for different stuff. I have one for like collecting items where it like auto collects items, drop rate up. What else? Like item scanning stuff, where it shows like items on the maps and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I got one that is the most fun. I'm playing as A2.
Yep.
And she got
Who
Berserk.
is best girl.
Yeah, she got like her Berserk mode. I built a chipset around Berserk mode, where since
Nice.
it drains your health super fast, but you get a shit ton of like bonus damage to it. I did a life steal, auto heal, and like deadly heal, along with like a bunch of damage boosting chips. So and also taunt up, like +4, and taunt mix. Enemies do more damage, and you do more damage. So the entirety of my playthrough with like A2 is always Berserk all the time. So I'm always on like the razor's edge. Like either
Nice.
enemies kill me instantly or I kill enemies instantly. It's so fun.
It's good.
Yeah. And also I've been playing more Divinity with the guys.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that game.
Divinity.
I'm always fucking.
No, okay.
I stay up at like fucking 2 o'clock sometimes, and I go and check Discord, and I always see Griphen just like 95% of the time just up at late hours just playing Divinity, and I'm like, this nerd.
Yeah, we've been going to like 3 or 4 a.m. every night with this game, because
This nerd.
we found out how just completely awfully balanced the base game is, and like we got to a certain part of the game where we were relatively as high level as we could be at that point, because XP is very limited in this game, and we were just getting wrecked by every encounter we went into. So we were like, fuck this shit. We started a new game with a shit ton of mods on it, and oh my god. This modded playthrough has been so fucking fun. Zach has the ability to control the weather now, and summon
As
lightning
one
storms.
should get.
Yeah, he's summoning lightning storms. A druid class was added, and the max level druid transformation abilities, which Avery got, allows him to turn into a dragon. And
Right. As
and
one should be allowed to do.
He turns into a dragon, like an ethereal tiger that can teleport anywhere. It like fucking all the OP shit. And I've essentially become an angel that has a machine gun that shoots fire.
As one does.
Yeah,
In
it's
D&D.
so fucking. We've
Sounds like
broken this
endgame
game.
D&D to me.
Yeah,
It literally sounds like you finally got like endgame D&D.
Yeah, we've broken this
Short
game, and
machine gun
it's
that
so
shoots
fun.
fire.
Yes, we've broken the game, and it's so fun. Just like the three of us going into every encounter. There's this dude named the Harbinger of Doom. I was like, I got this shit. Turned invisible, went and climbed up a tower behind him, because when you're on high ground as an archer, you get an extra 100% damage. And also I have an ability where when you're hidden from an enemy, you do an extra 80% damage. and also I have an ability where when you're hidden, you also do an extra 40% damage. So I just shot him in the head from behind and did 2 billion damage.
Yeah,
This guy who was supposed to be a big boss fight, and just killed him
that
instantly.
is the correct mathematics.
Yeah,
That's the correct
Yeah.
mathematics.
that's the correct mathematics. It's so fucking good, man. I love being this. I love this fucking game.
Oh boy.
Well,
All right,
so
should
I've
we
been
get
having
into
a lot
it
of
now?
I've been having a lot of fun. What have you guys been doing?
All right, let's
All right.
get into this. Who
Yeah.
starts?
You can start. You always have the positive stuff to say, so you can go ahead.
Okay, so we've been playing A Hat in Time. That is the
Both
game
of
that
us.
we have been playing, both of us, me and Hunter. And I fucking love this game. This game is one that I actually have been looking forward to for a while. I heard about it and knew about it when it was back in alpha. And I thought, oh man, they're making a Super Mario Sunshine-esque game. That's pretty cool. I always liked just the 3D collectathon platformer genre. It's just been so long since we've actually had one that's good, that I haven't really played them in a long time, so I kind of have like forgotten how much I love them, or at least why I love them. So like years obviously went by since like the alpha, and I kind of like forgot it existed, and then remembered it existed, and like it when they said like, oh, it's coming out this year 2017, I'm like, and they said that like early, and it was until like August until we actually got a release date. When I saw the release date for October, I'm like, oh shit, this is actually happening, the game actually exists. Okay, this is great, I need to save money for this. And when it came out, immediately bought it. I do not regret the purchase because I still have money, so it was worth it. It was worth the $30, and I got it day one, but I couldn't play it because I had to focus on speedruns. Then I had to focus on like going out with people to do this convention. Then I had to do homework. Then I had to do podcasts. Then I had to do this. Like all of a sudden, life was like, you will never play this game that you just bought for a lot of money. And I'm like, fucking stop, dude, stop. But like, just one day, I just found myself like alone in my house with nothing to do, and I'm like, this is the moment, this is the time that's happening, and I put it in, just like stared at the screen, and time flew by, dude. Fucking this game is so good. Like I have like the moment I just started moving around Hat Kid on the screen was like I got to grips with the controls really quickly, really easily. I just loved the movement in this game. Is so good. I loved moving her around. I love just the cute charm of the game. The dialogue is actually hilarious in a lot of places. It's just fun to collect things. Like the game isn't that long, but considering, you know, like Steam Workshop is a thing, so mods are always happening, and they're gonna add more stuff later on.
And
like,
it's got Steam Workshop?
I'm fine with that. Yeah, it's got Steam Workshop, dude.
Oh yeah, we did, and it's got like a shit ton of indie dev support on its workshop.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
And like all that stuff is just like it was such like a really satisfying experience. Like just playing that game, like just the combination of just like how good it felt to just go around the worlds and just like collect stuff and like do all the platforming and essentially like just the charm of the world itself and all the characters. I had a smile on my face the entire time. I really haven't had that much fun in the game in a long time. Well, besides, you know, Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is still like a huge one. But this year just like kicks ass for video games, in my opinion, dude. And the hand time was just like, it was just really good. It has flaws, obviously. It's like fucking, it's whatever. And I know when like Mario Odyssey comes out, it's gonna be like, ha ha ha, that's cute, bop, and then just destroy the hand time and like quality. But I don't think they're trying to compete anyway. They know where they are in their place. But it really did like remind me just why I love the genre, and so I genuinely am enjoying my time with the game, and I'm learning to speedrun because that's how much I actually love it. That I actually bothered to like learn the speedrun for this game, and it's a joy. So now here comes Haunted Across the Joy.
All right, look.
As always, we like have fun and we enjoy stuff, and then Haunter's like, but you know.
All right, so look, okay, I like the game. Okay, it's a good game. It's cute. It's fun. It's like classic platformer and like all that stuff, right? Great game, good. And I was really hoping to enjoy it. I really wanted to get into it and stuff like that. But like, so here's the thing. All right, so I got into it. I played it, and I was like, okay, this is fun. You know, it's cute. I like when you go to worlds and it's like, hey, look, you can have there's precipitation and like stuff like that, or perspiration, right?
Precipitation.
And and everything like that. And I'm just like, that's pretty neat, but I wish there was something more to it. I don't know. Combat to me feels sluggish, and I don't like that it's in the game as much as it is. Like bosses require combat and stuff like that, whereas like you think of the classics like Mario 64, it's just basically you run around behind Bowser, you grab his tail, and you swing him into a bomb. Boom, bam, there you go, you're done. And I mean, I'm not saying that either way is necessarily bad. I just personally enjoy. I wish it was more of a collectathon than had the fighting elements. I wish the fighting elements weren't as prevalent as they are.
That's interesting, considering I watched like a Digino Gaming video yesterday, and apparently it was Hat in Time was originally going to be like a 3D hack and slash platformer elements, like full hack and slash. But then they realized that the platforming was more fun, so they centered the game more around platforming. But they kept the bosses, I guess, because the boss design. I love the bosses. Why do you hate the bosses?
Hunter, like from what it looks like, I haven't played it, but from what I've seen gameplay wise, or what I've seen people playing, it looks like it has the same amount of like combat as Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo-Tooie.
See, I mean, yeah, and I didn't enjoy Banjo-Tooie. I like Banjo-Kazooie because when I think collectathon, I think I want to go platforming, I want to collect shit, I don't want to worry about fighting too much. And like Banjo-Kazooie kind of had that fighting thing. It did have like a little bit of like fighting elements, far more than Mario 64 did. Yeah. But like I don't know, it's just not really my thing when I'm thinking of platforming collectathon games.
Yeah. Mario did it in a weird way where they like made platforming part of the combat.
Yeah, that's because that's Mario's thing, right? You just jump and then you hit the guy, and like that's not a thing. Look, Hat Kid has a weird thing where it's kind of like Sonic, like he has a homing dive, and that's one of the attacks you can do. But
I feel like that attack is inconsistent, a little bit meh.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like that attack comes out the way it should, to me, because I fought a boss. And I pretty much perfected this boss until it came to the point where I had to use the homing attack to hit it, and I was like,
Mafia.
Yeah.
I would always imagine like Hat Kid uses like Mario Odyssey throwing hat, to hit people thing.
No.
I don't know. No? I mean, we'll see.
Hat Kid has an umbrella, and the umbrella is basically used as a sword.
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, my mistake. I know that. I was just saying, like, that's what I would imagine that they would make it, but it turns out not.
I mean, like I said, I have nothing wrong with the game. It doesn't stand out to me as one of the greats today, or one of the greats that we've seen. Like, I don't know. It just didn't scratch the itch that it was supposed to for platforming, and I really hope Mario Odyssey does. So,
yeah,
we'll see.
It's how far have you gotten into it? I wonder though, because
again, it did. See, that's my thing with video games, though. If a game does not grab my attention and make me want to continue to play it after like 2 hours, I say, okay, this is not the game for me. I will drop it. And that's kind of what a Hat in Time did. I beat the Mafia boss, and Mustache Girl took the stuff, and then that was it.
Dang.
Mustache Girl.
Because like I'm hearing is like. The main problem is like there's too much combat in the platforming, but then literally every world that is not Mafia Town has a bunch of just straight platforming stuff.
See, and then that makes me think of like game design. Like, should they have kept the combat in Mafia Town. It sounds like Mafia Town was one of the first things they made, and it still has a lot of that hack and slash elements.
It was. I think it was part of the beta.
Yeah.
And then that, so I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll give it another try, but I've already tried it like 3 or 4 times to get into it, and it hasn't grabbed my attention, and that's unfortunate. I really wanted to like it.
Yeah, I get that.
So I have nothing wrong with Hat in Time. I just have nothing really like amazing to say about it. I can't sing its praises like DL can.
Yeah. But but that brings up a question. Would you have preferred it if it was just like super simple rule of 3 bosses like Mario?
I would have preferred it if it was, I think I probably would have. I think I might have appreciated it a little bit more like that. I mean, I have nothing against the way that it's made, the bosses, everything like that. All of it's good. I just don't really. That wasn't like. I came for the collectathon. I did not come for the fighting, and like when the first boss you fight is a mafia man on top of a barrel, and in order to get what he has, you have to or you have to dodge his barrels and everything like that. That to me is, and then beat up his mafia thugs he sends at you.
You weird Donkey Kong reference.
Yeah, it's not. That's not what I came for.
It was very out of place, but I think they were just trying to teach you like an attack that the next boss did.
Yeah, I agree. That's what they were trying to do, but I mean, it felt out of place in a collectathon, and like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's just my opinions on it. Hat in Time is a fine game. And I'm sure like a lot of people other than me will enjoy it. But if you're just looking to collect things, I don't know if it's really. I mean, I just don't like the bosses.
Yeah. Well, there was no screaming, so I think this is an improvement.
Dude, this was a definite improvement.
Nice.
I wanted to do one more thing before we go to our meme break. Because I told myself, you know what, I want to use a reboot meme break, but I also really, really, really want to just talk about something that happened in a race me and DL had the other day in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh yeah.
Square, if you're listening, anybody.
I don't think Square's listening to it.
Square's not listening to this.
Just. Hunter, play the clip. Just play the clip.
If I fuck up somewhere, then you probably will. So just say.
Unless
what
I
is going on?
What?
What
is going on?
Look at my
What
screen.
I can't.
Well, I can't.
Can
somebody look at the screen and tell them what happened?
I soft locked.
You soft
How
lock?
did you soft lock?
On Luxor.
Where did you soft lock?
On Luxor.
How is that
What?
How is that possible?
Look at what's going on. Literally.
I can't. Yes, that happened.
I don't understand.
Dude,
Why was this a thing?
After I finished, you'd gone off the voice call before I finished the game. But, like, after I did that, the first thing I did was pull it up, and I was just like, what in the fuck? How does that happen?
And apparently Narigo can, like, replicate it very, very easily now.
Oh.
It's apparently, if you know what inputs to put in, apparently it's pretty easy to get that to happen.
Did he just like did he like see it and was like what the fuck and then try to recreate it?
I guess.
Well, Hunter, your inputs were mapped on the stream.
Yeah, on the stream you can see that the inputs are being put in, It's great. It's the best thing I've ever done in Kingdom Hearts 2. Fucking 5th time playing that game, and I frickin' break it that good.
Was it like a late reflect which knocked him out of the animation,
Okay, so
but you
here's
already
what
started the
happened.
minigame and failed or something like
I have fat fingers, okay? So while I was playing the game, right? I meant to do reflect, slapshot reflect or something. I don't remember what I was trying to do, but I hit reflect and like let go of L1 and then hit triangle, and that activated the mini game. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. And so I'm like already going to press for like the other reflect or something, and I'm already in the mini game and I've already failed it. So then the rest of the reflect goes off, and then all of a sudden it's just like, sorry, you're stuck. And I was just like,
Well,
just
your life now.
just not moving.
yeah, that was my life. Anyways, that's the meme I wanted to talk about. I wanted to put that in there just because of how weird that shit is, but I couldn't figure out a way to do it. So now we go on to the real meme.
That's the Kingdom Hearts for this week.
I went from game to game, I aged, I grew and lost my innocence. I soon became enraged by each and every bad experience. The sprite you knew was gone, I had become a grim aggressor man. I knew from that point on that I was truly Bob's successor man. The sprite you knew was gone, he had become a grim aggressor man. He knew from that point on that he was truly Bob's successor man. I met up with the web riders and took the form of Interpace. I joined my gun with pirate swords and sailed the seas of cyberspace. And when at last the pair of us were finally reunited, guys, our shouts of joy did blare because we really were delighted, guys. We soon made tracks to mainframe so our friends could reunite with us. We made it back and Megabyte was waiting there to fight with us. When Bob went face to face with Hexadecimal, his chances for survival shrank from small to infinitesimal. His chances for survival shrank from small to infinitesimal. His chances for survival shrank from small to infinitesimal. His chances for survival shrank from small to infinitesimal.
Welcome back from the break.
What
We've
is up?
decided we're gonna reboot the podcast.
Oh,
We
boy.
already rebooted once, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, that's right, we did. Where would we go next? Big screen on the
Mega
on
video.
The
We're going to Mega Video.
Mega.
What the fuck is Mega Video?
Yeah, what the fuck is Mega Video?
You
You know what? It doesn't matter.
It got
We're
shut
already
down.
off topic.
We're in Daily Motion now. We're going to Daily Motion.
We're not going
Okay.
anywhere. We're staying on YouTube.
Oh, damn.
It's a
Welcome
Alright,
back.
good meme.
Guess we're stuck here. Welcome back.
Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
Hope you enjoyed that launch back to 1994.
Yeah, reboot. God. Oh, I can't
Which
believe
is-
they're rebooting reboot.
Yeah, I was gonna just say
Reboot,
that.
and it was only announced earlier this year, like a month ago. It was actually confirmed.
Holy crap!
Damn.
A reboot of reboot. That's
A
A
reboot
reboot
of
of reboot.
Y'all
Can I
youngins
say
get to
that-
see what we were stuck with back in the day,
Oh,
on
now
Saturday
then.
mornings.
you weren't even stuck with it.
That's all we had was WB and Saturday mornings, man. You
Yeah.
don't know. You don't know my life.
I watched
Oh my
Yu-Gi-Oh
God.
on the Saturday mornings.
The Yu-Gi-Ohs.
The Yu-Gi-Ohs, dude.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
You know it's been rebooted a lot of times? Yu-Gi-Oh! No, it hasn't really been rebooted. It's
That's
just been like
kind of just like.
Eh.
It's kind of. I mean, are they reboots really?
they're sort of just expansions. With,
But
like,
are they?
different
Because they're
rules.
different. They're different. Like. Well, they're not really different
No,
universes, are
no,
they?
because in Yu-Gi-Oh, some of the later episodes actually feature callbacks. Like
Yeah.
Yugi comes back and Joey comes back, and they're like the masters of the card game. And,
What the fuck
and
is
new-
Zexal or whatever? Like, what was
Well,
the
the-
one
those
where
are,
they're,
like,
on,
way
in
in
the
the future.
moon or some shit?
I had never
Oh.
watched any of Zexal actually. 5Ds
Card
was
games. in
5Ds
space.
outside of the whole like card games on bikes was actually a genuinely good anime from what I watched.
5Ds
5Ds.
is actually like I watched like the first half of 5Ds, and then it was like, and now all these people have like special dragon cards, and you gotta feed them and take the cards, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck.
Break the rules of the game. Fuck it. We're going back to season 0.
Screw the rules. I have money.
Man, fucking god damn it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Dude, did you guys ever play Dungeon Dice Monsters?
Yo, I did, and I'm ashamed about it.
What the fuck is that?
Remember when they tried to make that a legitimate thing?
Dude, yeah, it was like a Game Boy Advance game, and it was an actual
Monsters?
thing.
What?
Yeah, it was an actual, like...
Wait, what?
You don't remember that?
Dungeon Dice Monsters?
Yeah, it's
like
Yu-Gi-Oh!
a
Dungeon Dice Monsters.
It's like a spin-off of Yu-Gi-Oh! You know the like fancy...
Yeah.
The, like,
With,
the fancy, like, sexy guy in like, the first
he was
season.
like Duke
yeah.
Devlin.
Yes,
That
him.
fucker.
Yeah, the
Where they played
dungeon-
one fucking game based on dice and never did it again.
Just turn Yu-Gi-Oh! Into a board game, and it's fucking stupid.
It was a real thing. And it was, you could play it on Game Boy Advance, and I figured out the best way to fucking cheat at that game. Okay? So the game featured, like, whenever you would summon a monster, the dice would split, right? And based on how, like, the different folds you can do with the dice, right? So it would have so it would always be 6 panels falling down. So the best way to do it was to take the left or right side of your screen and just book it with a whole bunch of low level summons right up to the boss, and then just hit the guy like for 3 hits or whatever, and you'd win.
Oh yeah, because it didn't have like HP or anything. You just hit them once and they die.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So it was just summon a whole bunch of low level shit, and that's how I won most of my games. I was just like, well, this is broken.
The game that I had on Game Boy Advance that I put too much time into when I was young was Duel Masters on the Game Boy Advance.
Oh my god, I remember Duel Masters.
That was like Bakugan before Bakugan was Bakugan.
Anyone else have like the dual disc like replica?
Yes, I do. I have
Yes.
2 of them sitting behind me in the closet.
Oh really?
my
You
God.
have them still? Dude, that's
Yeah.
lit.
My
Still have 'em.
My friend pulled those out. Like he got one. He was the first kid on our block to get one, and we're like, "That's sick." It's just like looking back, I'm just like, "What the hell, man? What are we? Why is this a thing? And
I
why
don't
did we
even
think it was
remember.
the coolest thing
I don't
ever?"
even remember where I got it. I think it was like a KK gift for my school when I was in like middle school or something. Or something dumb like that. It was like, oh my god, this is the fucking most awesome shit, dude. And it's like, man, this is fucking stupid. Holy crap.
Oh my god, Yu-Gi-Oh! Please.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, jeez. Oh god. All right.
We're not talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! We're talking about reboots.
We got off topic really quickly there.
Really easily. Holy crap.
Oh my god, that was the easiest we've ever gotten off topic. All right. Video game reboots. Let's talk about those.
Yeah.
So, we're talking about both soft reboots and hard reboots. Things that change the game in fundamental ways, like Pokemon Moon or Sun, or, just basically change the game, like Tomb Raider, or, Devil May Cry, DMC. My favorite game, by the way.
Resident Evil 4 and then 7?
4 and then 7, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resident Evil is weird as fuck.
Dude, I still dislike Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil 7 though.
Yeah.
Holy shit, do I love Resident Evil 7.
Oh
like-
boy.
Like, I mean, seriously. Oh my god. Griffin actually went into his closet and pulled them out. Hunter, put this picture. Put this picture in. That's why Griffin was not saying anything for...
I had to go
get
God,
and
do
pulled them
this.
out. Oh
Those are
my
the
god.
same ones that I had.
Oh, Griffin, you would have been so cool on my blog.
The coolest kid on Block Boy.
Oh,
Me and my brother
man.
in the backyard, like me and my brother in like the
Pressed it.
backyard playing cards on these things, and we were like shouting out what we were throwing down, and we are like, "Hold on, I gotta read that card. Come over here."
It's like, not so fast.
Not so fast. Let me read that card.
Activate my trap card.
Oh my god.
Resident Evil.
So good.
Damn
Resident
it.
Evil.
Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 is a soft reboot. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Same as like Resident Evil 4 was a soft reboot.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, Resident Evil 7, best game. Good game. I really freaking love that game.
Dang.
Like, no, I'm not even joking. Like, I absolutely hate Resident Evil. Like, you guys have heard. Actually, I don't think you guys have heard me rant so much.
About what, 4?
I've heard
Yeah.
you rant a little bit about 4.
I heard you just said it was
no.
shit.
It's I dislike it. It's really just like what was it called? What did you call it? DL?
Narrative
Disassociation? Yeah, narrative dissonance. That's the one. And yeah, I really absolutely hate Resident Evil for that. But Resident Evil 4 brings that entire thing, or Resident Evil 7 brings that entire thing and just changes it and makes it good. It makes it good. And don't ruin Resident Evil again. Resident Evil.
Don't do it.
Don't 4 is bad. Even the first ones are pretty bad in my opinion, just because they have the same kind of mechanics that I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, they're worse in that case. But those are but those are just like a genuinely.
Well, yeah, but that's just generally just because we're you know, it's old school gaming, right?
Yeah.
Like that I can forgive its faults there. But I just don't like Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 5 was kind of okay. I played Resident Evil 5 with a friend, and that's why I enjoyed it so much.
So then would you say that you like 6?
No, I don't like 6. I've never played 6, so I have no clue like what 6 is all about. But like 7 was good. 7 was a beauty of a game. It was good horror. It was good suspense. Decent enough story. Like, it wasn't too confusing. And it literally gave you the fucking clue to the ending at the very beginning of the game. And that
Did it censor that?
and that is crazy.
Yeah, that still blows my mind.
It blows my mind too, honestly. It does. It does. Blows my mind away. Alrighty. I mean, anybody else?
Yeah, like games that like what do you think just generally about reboots though? Like, do you think that we're getting a bit too many of them?
I mean,
Well,
I would think so, yeah.
How many have we gotten recently, though?
Okay, well, I mean, so we've gotten Resident Evil 7. We had DMC before that. We got a reboot of Tomb Raider.
There was a reboot of Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, reboot of Ratchet and Clank.
Reboot of Pokemon.
Pokemon technically just did a soft reboot.
Reboot of
With
Final
mixed
Fantasy.
reception.
Yeah.
We got a reboot of the Final Fantasy gameplay in 15. And you know, it moved towards more of an
Fantasy
action
in story. Like, I mean,
It's more
actually,
sci-fi.
yeah, completely different gameplay from all the other Final Fantasies.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
that's kind of what I think.
Yeah.
I think that's why it rebooted, and it counts as a reboot because
Baby
it is,
Kingdom Hearts.
maybe. I mean, we get a reboot of Kingdom Hearts.
No, I meant like
No.
no, I meant FF15 is more like baby Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, Baby's for Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, right, baby Kingdom Hearts. Okay, I thought you were just talking about in general, like.
Dude,
like,
Kingdom Hearts, does Kingdom Hearts have a fucking established formula at all? Like,
yeah, exactly. That's the thing, right? It doesn't technically. So, like, because like none of the mechanics are the same ever in any game. I think
the closest we have is 1 to 2.
That it's like the closest, and I would argue that BBS and
DDD
and I was thinking more Days. Just because of the command deck is in both of them.
But
it's more simplified in Days. Like, way more simplified in Days.
I mean, is it really the command deck, or is it just like the menu except all of your spells are just finite?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's true too. I mean, I don't know. I like, we've gotten quite a few different reboots of video games.
You know what reboot we deserved but didn't get?
What?
Silent Hills.
You know what? Honestly, I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
Kojima is overrated.
Damn. I mean,
I'm saying it.
That is, you have unleashed the hounds.
Did you play PT, man?
No, I watched someone play PT.
Okay.
That's why. If
like,
you disagree with Haunterstomper, like, comment, subscribe.
Jesus Christ, man. Playing PT for the first time. I went over to a friend's house. And this was like...
Nobody can get PT anymore, by the way.
No, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's...
This is
unless you pay like
a couple
fucking
days after it was listed on PSN. Before people were just like, oh my god, it's Silent Hills. It was just called PT. And I went over to a friend's house, and he had it on his PS4. I didn't have a PS4 at the time. And I'm like, let's do this shit. It's fucking spooky game night. Three friends came over, and we all sat down and played it. I was the one playing because they were too much pussies to play it.
Yeah.
And it was spooky. It was like so terrifying. We didn't even finish it because that final puzzle was like, oh my god. But Jesus Christ, dude. It was one of the most terrifying experience. If I was alone, I wouldn't have been able to get as far as I did because I would have fucking put the controller down.
There is something inherently creepy about going down a hallway and then you open the door and then ending up on the entrance of the hallway.
Yeah.
Like, because that's what that room is. It's just
that hallway, yeah.
Hallway. And it's just fucking, like, how do you make that? I don't know why that works, but it works.
Kojima wanted to do something like that for the longest time. He wanted to work on Silent Hill for the longest time, but Konami kept making him do his thing. But like
more
Kojima,
MGS, but plus
yeah. Kojima, Del Toro, what was it? Norman Reedus. I don't know why people
Norman Reedus.
Okay, yeah, Norman
Norman
Reedus, cool,
Reedus.
whatever. And then no one else like talked about this, but Junji Ito was supposed to be the monster designer, and like that's like the golden formula. All four of those names.
What has he done?
Junji Ito, he's like the master of like Japanese horror manga.
Oh no! I know who you're talking about.
You know the dude I'm talking about, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
him. He was supposed to be on as like monster design.
And that's horrifying.
I know, right? Talking about like the combination for one of the greatest psychological horror video games of all time. And Konami.
I'm sorry. I did not get the hype then. I do not get the hype now. I think Death Stranding is going to be terrible.
You also didn't really play it, and we have nothing to go off of for Death Stranding.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I watched someone play it because I'm not good with scary.
Oh,
PT.
PT. Okay, I thought you were
Yeah,
saying Death
I've
Stranding.
watched someone play it. I've watched someone play PT. And honestly, I personally, I've never gotten like, I thought there was one good twist in a Metal Gear Solid game, and that was it. I've never gotten the hype behind Metal Gear Solid. I've never gotten the hype behind Kojima. Sorry.
I mean,
I don't
have
get it.
never gotten the hype behind MGS, but again, I haven't played much of MGS.
ending of
Specifically
MGS
because, like, it's a long fucking ride, and I don't think I'm ready for another one of those right now.
Honestly, DL, you could beat Metal Gear Solid 1 in a day,
Sure.
in an afternoon.
How about 2 and 3 and 4?
I mean, you could do 1 through 4 in a week.
In a week?
In a week, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They're honestly not too long of games. It's just that people replay the shit out of them, and they have really long cutscenes.
MGS doesn't have like a fucking 50-minute cutscene or something?
The end of Metal Gear Solid 4 was a 50-minute cutscene.
That's like a thing that's another thing that bothers me. It's like, movies. Like, we complain about like just literally before we started this, like one of the speedrunners and streamers is doing a quote unquote speedrun of critical mode for Cage 2, but it's cutscene percent, so he's watching all the cutscenes, and like it's been over 3 hours, 4 hours.
He's
or
at
something?
7 hours as we're speaking right now.
Yeah,
And he's
games
only
now.
at Oogie.
Yeah. You want to know what that is for, like, if you skip the cutscenes? We'd have been done 2.5 by
Honestly,
now.
we'd have been exactly. We'd have been done twice for speedrunning it.
Yeah, so like there's
and I understand that, but you guys.
cutscenes in Cage, but like MGS.
Well, I understand that, but
I
you love
look at that
Cage
and
too,
say,
don't you?
Well, I love Cage too, but like I feel that like there's a lot of gameplay there, and then a lot of the gameplay is just listening to people talk in MGS, and then some stealth, and then more talking, and I don't think you can skip. that.
You can't skip. You can't skip. All the cutscenes in Metal Gear Solid you can skip.
But
Because
I feel like that is the thing though. Like, yes, you can skip, but that's not quite how that game is supposed to be played.
Well, no, like, you watch the cutscene once, and then every single time that you have to repeat it, you skip it.
Maybe, like, if I can get all of them, like, in a decent order, I feel like I would want to marathon that series.
The Legacy Collection is out there.
Yeah, that's I actually have a friend who has Metal Gear Solid 1 through 3 on PS2. Technically the PS1 version of Metal Gear Solid is in the PS2 case. They just put it in like a PS2 collection.
Yeah.
The Legacy Collection is on what?
It's on PS3.
Platform.
Legacy Collection is PS3. What's weird about it is they never actually port, like, it's 2, 3, like, and Peace Walker in HD, and 4 in this case, and then you have to get a download code for Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PS3, because they never actually, like, remade it, or the remake is licensed to Nintendo, so they have to make you download the PS1 version.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you'll get used to Kojima's long-windedness, like in the middle of the first game, and then like the rest of the series is like, okay, you understand it.
Yeah, I had tried MGS1. I think I had emulated that once, and I'd gotten to. I didn't get very far. And
Did you get a cryptic metaphor?
No.
No.
No, I had saved that guy. I forgot which guy it was. I think it was a black guy.
So you like to play Castlevania? that's the entirety of my Metal Gear Solid.
So you like to play Castlevania? Oh my god! I did have to say that was pretty cool. If I was like a kid playing MGS and like that guy started talking about like the games I've been playing, like some Konami games, etc. And then like I couldn't fight him because he just like Snake would just randomly move instead of like me controlling him. I have to like switch to the that's just genius. I like that.
Or
That's
the
pretty cool.
anti-piracy method of putting the code for barrels
back of the case.
on the back of the case.
Get wrecked.
I mean, he's got some good ideas. Also, on a completely different note, MGS 5 is
I have that
on
game.
PS Plus right now for free.
Free.
I have that in Mad because it's free now.
You have to. We have to. Is it the definitive version or is it just Phantom Pain?
It's just
I think it's just Phantom Pain.
Oh damn.
I don't.
Because Ground Zeroes is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I know about Ground Zeroes. The only reason why I didn't want to start Phantom Pain is because I wanted Kojima. But and I know you can like, if you 100% Ground Zeroes, you get Kojima, and then he goes to Phantom Pain by default.
Yeah.
But I think you can get. I think you can get Kojima in Phantom Pain anyway. Like
You
if
can.
you just
You
like
can,
do
I
a
think.
okay. Mhm. Do some quest. I don't know.
But we got way off topic.
Yeah, 100% way off topic.
What is wait? Oh,
Jesus,
No,
no, we're off topic today.
At least this topic was about video games.
Yeah.
It's true.
Would you guys consider Persona 5 a reboot?
No, I would consider Persona 3 a reboot.
Persona 3 was definitely a reboot.
Yeah.
Persona 3 is way different.
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, I
I
agree.
think Persona 5 is more of a it's not so much a reboot, but more like a recollection of like
Yeah.
or a it's just them being
Amalgamation.
proud of the
best
way that
of amalgamation.
yeah
Yeah.
exactly.
Look at how far we have come, etc., etc.
Yeah.
It recalls on previous elements from pretty much every Persona, right? And
Yeah.
Pretty
kind of
much.
Yeah.
puts them in. I mean, that to me is more of a let's toot our own horn and see how far and show you how far we've come.
Which is pretty nice. I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good game. It's a good game. That one I can say is a good game.
Upset.
I mean, it's honestly, it's probably honestly because my tastes have changed though too, right? I'm no longer a kid. Like
Ye-
my recollection of platformers is from like Super Mario, like the original Mario Bros and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that was the first platformer I ever played.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes to Super Mario 64, and I had a lot of fun with that game as a kid.
Yeah.
And,
dude,
like-
64 is a reboot.
Dude,
Talking about this makes me want to like switch the topic real quick.
Yeah.
Because like, what is like 2D or 3D, guys? Like in terms of platforming, well, what do you feel about that?
I think
because-
3D is way better for platforming.
I genuinely think 3D is too, but I know Hunter, just like by talking about it, he probably thinks 2D is.
I mean, okay, I can see merits on both ends. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I love 3D platformers. Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine. Even like not for me so much, but the Galaxy games are good, right?
Yeah.
But like,
Near a tomato.
it's when you go and you see and you play a game in 2D and like even like today's type games, you can see like a lot of those things, right?
Yeah.
And you can see like a lot of like, oh boy, like there's just something a little bit more satisfying about playing in 2D to me.
Like, no 3D game is going to replicate the feeling, like the feeling of movement in Super Metroid,
Yeah,
which is like
will
the
never happen.
pinnacle of 2D movement.
Metroid
as much
3D
as-
games can't even replicate that movie.
No, yeah.
No, it's all about like and like, they're all great and like 3D games are fine and they have their own merits, but they're still not that feeling of platformer to me, you know?
Yeah.
And like I don't know. I just feel like we can talk about 3D and how great it is, but in the end I'm always going to go 2D. I'm always going to go 2D for platformers at least. I mean, we changed the type of game, and we're like, cuz I only think platformers are the only games that work in 2D.
Yeah. Or I don't know why like that game Icy comes to mind for like
Oh man. Icy is fine, but Icy has a very exploitative move that just makes it like you play Icy, and suddenly your action side scroller is now I'm gonna spam this one move and just win.
It's kind of how like I feel Dust and Elysian Tale ended up. It's like at first it's like, oh man, this is hard, but it's really cool and there's interesting combat. And then after a while, like late game, you're broken. And you're just like, this is the same combo. I'm gonna do it over and over, and I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
Well, actually, playing Tomato makes me makes me curious about like, what do you guys think is better for not platformers but bullet hells, 2D or 3D?
2D.
Ooh. It's hard because like I love Fury.
I know, right? Well, Fury is
a
almost
lot.
like you can't. There's no like Z dimension or there's no Y dimension in Fury. You can't jump at all.
That's fair.
It's pretty much 2D.
Some of the bosses in Time get fucking near bullet hell. Not completely there, but like near it. There's a bunch of shit on screen.
The closest bullet hell in 3D I've played is Nier Automata.
Yeah, and how'd
that work for you?
And like that's fine. I
3D bullet hell
really,
is
but
amazing.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this. I found the bullet hell in Nier Automata to be way easier in 3D.
Really?
The moment you switched it to 2D, I was out.
Yeah,
like the
hacking mini games are way harder than the 3D like boss fights.
Yeah, I have, and like one of the first like the true instance of bullet hell, and you see it, right at the end of ending A. Like
which one?
The final boss of ending A is bullet hell. Like right at the end, he hacks into you.
Yeah.
He turns you. He makes everything weird. You can no longer lock on. So and like it becomes a gun battle, right?
Yeah.
But he's shooting bullets at you, and you got like your little tiny pod, and you're just like,
I can handle this. Then all of a sudden, death.
And like I looked at that bullet hell, and I thought, okay, well, this is easy for me. For some reason, the moment you were in 3D. It was like I understood, but in 2D, like I have trouble with frickin' Cuphead.
Oh yeah, that is a problem. Like fucking, I don't know. 2D for me is just harder to understand, and it's weird, and I feel kind of like embarrassed about it because like it's one less dimension. How can you be fucking this up? It's you jump. There's something up there, you go down. You crouch, you move to the side. I've spent hours on some of those fucking stupid biplane segments in Cuphead because I just can't grasp the concept of just moving out of the fucking way in 2D with bullet hell stuff. And it's I would not survive past like level 2 in Toho.
Is it bad that like if I want like after playing a lot more of Nier Automata, I kind of want them to. I kind of want to see if they could put more bullet hell stuff in like KH.
No.
I mean,
no.
I would say no.
No.
Like think about like Final Xemnas.
Yeah, that's a fucking reaction command, dude.
Not as RC. No, when he like spins around you and you like
just lasers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even like the thing is, okay, without reflect, try dodging just lasers. it's hard.
Yeah.
They kind of
It's-
auto lock onto you. You have to like block or reflect.
Yeah, it's not like Final Xemnas is a fine fight, but if you don't know to reflect those things, like you're gonna get hit by them every single time.
Unless it's the ones that's like in a circle, it's like fire, and they just jump.
Yeah,
But-
that's like the only one that like you know to jump when he says fire, and then you jump, and you're like, yeah, I'm in the air.
Oh, what about
Fuck you, Xemnas.
what was that? Fucking mysterious figure from KH1 FM.
He doesn't have lasers. I don't think he uses lasers.
One
I
of
think-
them-
I thought
think-
there was some bullet hell in his fight though.
One FM's fight is essentially just a combination of Final Xemnas and Xemnas 1.
Yeah,
Like the
so-
one where he's in the building and the one where he's in the final fight.
Yeah,
Like reflecting
He
and
steals
comboing you to it.
he steals a giant blue ball attack from his final fight, and he steals everything else from the building fight.
Well, like
And
I
that's
had a
his
lot of
fighting
fun in
case
that.
one.
I had a lot of fun in that fight, and it felt like a fast paced. Like I was dodging and blocking a lot. And I think
I don't think
think
there's, I don't
bullet
think
hell
there's
could.
any bullet.
I think bullet hell
That's-
could work with KH movement.
That's less of bullet hell and more of just you want fights where they do more things. And the thing with that
and
is
I think bullet
that
hell
I think-
could like benefit that. Or
Yeah, it's like I would like more of mysterious figure. I would like more of lingering will. I would like more of Phantom Aqua.
Oh God, man.
It can go from the realm of Phantom Aqua and lingering will to fucking dumbass fight in BBS so quickly. Like with a drop of a hat, it can do that because they've just done it so many times, and those fights are not good fights.
Well, okay, how about this? Like, I just realized this when you were describing all the fights that you like. Those are humanoid fights. Like you're fighting against like people. Bullet hell makes large boss monsters fun to fight.
I don't know if I would agree with that.
No?
I mean, like, with
I'm
a large
trying
boss
to-
monster, it depends. Let's flesh this fight out so that we have a little bit of a context for what we're talking about here. For example, do we have does our large boss monster do a shit ton of damage to us when it hits us? Like, for example, does it take out like a quarter of our health bar? Or
I don't think like the bullets or like
no. I'm talking about just the monster's normal attacks.
Oh, well then yes.
Okay. Now, how easy is the large boss monster's normal attacks to dodge?
Is normal attacks really easy to dodge?
Okay. Then
But you can be
maybe that
womboed.
would-
You can be wombo comboed into his attack from the bullet stun locking you.
Maybe that would be interesting, but let's also take a look at something like Shadow of the Colossus. Okay.
Okay.
Would you think those boss monsters? Let's say you change the mechanics up. Do you think those monsters? They're large. They're big. They're exactly what you're talking about. Do you
Yeah.
think they would be more interesting with bullet hells?
I feel like it'd be less interesting. I feel like the entire draw of Shadow of the Colossus
Well, yeah, Shadow of the
is
Colossus is gameplay.
going up, climbing the monsters, and slowly just wooling them down at their weak points.
Oh, how about
I
this?
feel like if there was a whole moment where you had to like run towards them and they're trying to keep you away from them with like large pulses of bullets and shit, yeah, and that would be like, okay, this is a complete tonal shift, you know?
Or, well, think about this: you're climbing the boss monster, and randomly, like with reasonable signaling, like a spike appears where you were on the boss monster, or like where you are climbing to on the boss monster, and you have to like either drop or jump up to dodge it, or go to the side to dodge it. as you're
I
duck
don't
climbing.
think I would find that enjoyable.
That reminds me of Catherine now.
Oh, no, no.
I don't think bullet hell adds much to a game. It adds an extra hazard, but I feel like if you're still hacking and slashing away at a boss,
I think
all it
it's
is,
a cheap and easy way to get difficulty out of a game. And whether or not it's satisfying to overcome that challenge is completely dependent on how it is executed. And I don't think it needs to be executed that way in Kingdom Hearts, at least.
Okay.
So,
No.
yeah, it's like, I don't know.
I feel like in certain situations it could be fine, but
Like,
you know,
I'm thinking of this, and like throughout this entire conversation, in my head was like, I'm imagining, that stupid fight Ground Shaker in Pride Lands that we were doing during Proto Worlds.
yeah.
We imagine us like doing that, but then after like his RC, when he's like calmed down and we have to like hit him in the head, like he's just firing fuck ton of bullets at us.
Well, no. Like Bullet
that's
Hell's in his
horrifying.
phase. Bullet Hell in his phase, like up to the point where you knock him down, and then like while he's down, like in any Kingdom Hearts boss fight,
but
he's down. He's not firing.
The problem is with Ground Shaker, he's already making life hell for you. He's moving around. He is actually sending fireballs at you.
Well, there
He's sending fire along the ground at you.
Yeah.
And to me that doesn't make the fight more fun. It just added an extra little bit of difficulty to it.
Yeah.
And it made the fight a little bit more aggravating than anything else because the fire kept killing me. And it wasn't him.
Well, projectiles in Kingdom Hearts are either hit scan or tracking.
There are no hit scan projectiles.
There are no
in that
hit
game.
scan
There are no
in
hit-
Kingdom Hearts.
You mean like lock on?
Lightning?
Lightning, I mean, there is no lightning that ever hits you, though.
Tracking.
I think you.
Oh, okay.
You mean tracking then, homing, or like whatever.
swore there was
I think
hit
you
scan.
think you're playing too much Overwatch, my boy.
Damn it. Okay, yeah.
There is only tracking in
Okay, there's
Kingdom
only
Hearts.
tracking projectiles in Kingdom Hearts. Imagine a lot more that weren't tracking, that were just moving slowly.
I don't
away
think
from it.
And
You have
here's
to
the
dodge
thing with
through them
that.
to get to the boss.
Yeah, but okay. Now here's the thing with that. This is the main thing. How free is Sora's movement in order to do that? Because like that's
Kingdom
the
Hearts
thing
3
with
looks pretty floaty.
Is that good? would that help?
If you have floaty
I feel
gameplay,
like-
then you have to accommodate some challenge with that. I think a Bullet Hell could benefit in that kind of movement.
Oh, okay. So we've already seen, we've already played a little bit of KH3. We've played a tech demo of KH3.
Yes.
Yeah,
0.2.
That's gonna have some changes in it.
Yeah.
Well, it will for sure. I mean, but I'm saying we've played what they were
Essentially just,
looking
like,
for.
Yeah,
Right?
Like the concept. Yes.
Yeah, we've played the creators' first initial vision, what they wanted to bring to the table.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Okay.
I personally don't think I'm not a huge fan of 0.2's combat. I feel it's floaty. It does feel like it just feels slightly off to me. But that's just me. And I don't like
Yeah. Well, Aqua,
I don't know that adding
super
bullet hell
light.
to that would make anything better because I'm already frustrated enough with the movement.
Like I don't see like unless there's like a camera change or something. I don't know. It's gonna be weird.
I don't think it could lend to Kingdom Hearts well. I think there are games where it does lend well. Like Nier Automata, it's amazing in Nier Automata.
Yeah.
It's well implemented.
That's
It's very
really
fast.
good gameplay.
Very fast is very free.
Yeah.
And you have the dodge. Like you have the actual like ability to dodge, and not just dodge like a little bit. Like you can spam that button and she'll just dodge back, right? Like it allows for that type of movement, whereas Kingdom Hearts does not. And
yeah.
And like I feel like it can like bullet hell can lend to a game, but
it just it's weird. I don't know how you would implement it.
And I don't think that like it could work with a lot of them, because I'm thinking like, what if Final Fantasy 15 had bullet hell? That'd be awful. That'd be shitty.
Boy, that's a time. That would be a time.
So I agree with a lot of that. Stuff like if Dark Souls had bullet hell, it'd be awful. So I agree.
There is one boss in Dark Souls 3 that has a type of bullet hell, doesn't she?
I'm trying to
in
think.
Dark Souls 3 as a type of bullet hell?
I think so. I it's not so much bullet hell, it's like fire coming out of the ground, I think. If I remember right.
Maybe Sister Frieda?
I think it's one of the main Lords of Ember or whatever.
Oh, yeah, the brothers. Brothers Lordran, whatever. Yeah, them fuckers. The Lothric bros, yeah. They have a kind of thing where like light comes out of the ground behind you as you're running away. So I agree with you. It couldn't really, like, it doesn't benefit all combat. I think if it's done right though, it could work in Kingdom Hearts.
My main issue with it being in Kingdom Hearts is that, like, and I'm thinking of this now, most of the bosses, like, you think of like the gameplay of KH2 at least, and most of the bosses in that game, the formula, like how you fight them, is essentially just like they're doing this move, you learn how to react to this move, and like counter it or dodge it, and then when they are pretty much done with it, you use the time that they're open towards counterattack. Like, you're almost kind of taking turns, because like you get hit, you get staggered, and they get hit, they get staggered. In Nier, I assume it's less of that, and it's more like they are like doing their thing, you're doing their thing, and passively you're both trying to attack each other as time is going on. And then like you're avoiding shit. It's very a lot more like everything's a lot more active.
Yeah, it's true. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and I feel like it fits that tone of game and like style of gameplay more than it does KH.
I get you. Yeah. This is a great conversation about reboots.
I mean, this is a great conversation about whatever we conversed about, but we conversed about...
We rebooted the topic.
We did. I mean, it's great.
That was a hard reboot as well.
I mean, it's great. Well, you know what? Haunter, have a hell of a time naming this one.
I know.
DMC Dante sucks.
It's true.
Oh, God.
DMC Dante sucks. Dante. There you go. I think that's what they call it, right?
Dante. God, I love DMC. I love the reboot. I'm not even gonna lie. I actually loved the reboot more than I liked the originals. And it's
I know we've had this conversation
we get
back in SoundCloud era.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah.
Before we get further into that realm, we should wind it down.
Yeah, we'll wind it down. So thanks to everybody for listening. You can find all of our information down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, whatever the fuck the YouTubers say these days.
Yeah.
We'll catch you guys on the next adventure.